Warning, this video may cause you an existential crisis. We humans have always been curious about where we came from, and this urge has led us to many discoveries. But modern science still has a lot left unanswered. Well, you get the idea. Are we just a bunch of star stuff which somehow became conscious to fathom its own origins, or is there something more profound to the nature of reality? Let's find out. For this, let's do a thought experiment. Imagine yourself and ponder for a moment who you really are. Now let's begin this search by cutting off your extremities, but the sense of you still remains, and many of your organs can be transplanted, so it also isn't you. Moreover, your body is constantly replacing itself, so you might not be the same body as you were in your childhood. Now the brain is, you might think, what gives rise to consciousness. It is in some sense true, but before we get into that, let's go back in time 13.8 billion years ago to the Big Bang, where all our understanding of physics collapses. It has been expanding ever since, and this is what really exists. But do we? The universe is unfathomably big, but to our surprise, only 5% of it is made up of atoms. Even then, our beloved science has proven that atoms are 99.99% empty space. And it turns out that the universe could arise by quantum fluctuations from nothing, and conscious life like us could somehow evolve from lifeless matter to become sentient beings out of nowhere. So am I nothing trying to say something, and you are nothing perceiving this something in your conscious experience, trying to give meaning to nothing? But we definitely are someone and can feel things like pain, pleasure, color, love, compassion, and all other realistic experiences which makes us human by our brains. But hold on. Because the brain is just a biological machine which operates by change in ion concentration across the cell membrane. But how can the mere firing of nerve cells give rise to such a realistic experience of life? What you call realistic experiences like these are all just electrical and biochemical activities in our brain induced by evolution merely for the sake of our survival. Even if you could map out the brain to try and explain consciousness, it's still very challenging to explain all the subjective experiences. For an analogy, it's like trying to explain music in terms of physical and biological mechanisms. Even if we could explain how it happens, we can in no way explain that feeling you get while listening to music. And the same thing applies to the way we are trying to resolve the hard problem of consciousness, the reason why it is highly disputed. Moreover, even in the double-slit experiment, there is a phenomenon called the observer effect, which says that a conscious being can somehow manipulate with the behavior of elementary particles, which sounds bogus. Hence, in order to dispute the idea, we have come up with even more bizarre explanations like the multiverse theory or the simulation hypothesis, where the entire universe is thought to be a simulation. Either way, the concept of reality in which we live is quite vague, so we should be open to all sorts of weird explanations of reality, even if they seem to be incomprehensible right now. After all, science is all about knowing the unknown.